Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Dowd here, and I'd like to welcome Bogdan to the newsletter team. Bogdan has edited in the past, but this is his first foray into crafting the daily newsletter. And I say, well done to you, sir. As for me, this is the last of 9 podcasts recorded this week. It's been a busy week for sure, and as much as I love bringing you the news every day, I'm looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow. It is March 15th, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily. If you doubt Elon Musk's capacity for long-term thinking, consider this. Tesla now offers you 4 different models of electric car. The Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y. And yes, that does spell sexy. Hat tip to the Twitter follower for pointing that out to me, BT Dubs. The Model S saw its first deliveries back in 2012, and here in 2019, Musk completes his admittedly childish and supremely awesome collection of car model names. Well played, Elon. So what's with this car? The Model Y is a sort of, quote, baby SUV, which claims to be able to hold up to 7 passengers with third-row seating. Just looking at this SUV, though, I can't imagine I would ever want to be an adult in that third row. But maybe if you have skinny or vegan friends or something, you can shoehorn them back there. But still, this is an electric SUV with a starting base price of $39,000. And at that price, you'll get 230 miles of range, go from 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, and be the envy of all soccer moms on your block. On the top end, you'll get 280 miles of range and go from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, which means you'll get to the hospital super fast after breaking all of your passengers' necks because you felt like being a dick. The Tesla Model Y is not surprisingly compatible with Tesla's new super duper superchargers, which will give you 1,000 miles of range per hour, so hook up, play a couple of games of Clash Royale, and then roll on out. Inside the SUV, you'll get an impressive 66 cubic feet of storage space, which is a lot, but probably not enough to hold 7 adults. I might be harping on this, but man, for a suburban dad in his 40s, the Model Y checks a lot of boxes. In fact, we'll probably be due for a new car right around 2021. Oh yeah, honey, we're gonna need to talk. Having an SUV has always been a part of Elon's master plan. SUV sales make up over half of U.S. auto sales, with sedans taking up a large part of the other half. Now there's an electric car for just about everyone in America, and what's more, Tesla has the infrastructure in place to manage it. As I mentioned, I live in the suburbs about 30 miles west of O'Hare, which is, by the way, about 30 minutes west of downtown Chicago. I live far from everything, and I've got 3 superchargers within a 15-minute drive of my house. This is a very real possibility for me, and I have to say, there's a good chance I'll be a Tesla owner in the next couple of years. Assuming my current car holds up for that long, that is. That is also assuming that Tesla is around in a couple of years, because let's face it, Tesla has made some weird decisions of late. I'm confident though, confident enough that we'll leave this right here and head on into the roundup! Tristan asked Bogdan to ask me to tell you that F1 racing starts this weekend in Australia. Must be an Australian thing. While digging around in the code of Android Q Beta we reported on yesterday, we came across the names Pixel 3a and Pixel 3a XL, and Jesus, I hope those aren't the actual names of Google's upcoming budget smartphones. I mean, I could think of more terrible names, but not many. Oh, Apple. That privacy war drum never gets tired, does it? Apple released a new ad which shows the lengths to which people go to keep their information private. Locks on doors, keep out signs, stuff like that. Concluding that, quote, if privacy matters in your life, it should matter on the phone your life is on. Does that include listening in on calls before it's picked up, Apple? Does it? Because I just don't think that's really private. Might just be me. But go ahead. Keep on beating that drum. Facebook's outage yesterday, which lasted around 14 hours or so and was the longest in the company's history, was caused by a server configuration change, also known as a big whoopsie. Hey, don't yell at me, that's totally a technical term. We don't have any more details as to how this change came about, but I'm guessing someone's about to get fired really hard over at Facebook. Facebook is back up and running now, so I can go back to ignoring it normally, which is somewhat refreshing. Valve dropped an update to its Steam Link app called Steam Link Anywhere, which allows you to stream your Steam library to any Android mobile device, assuming you have a good connection. This is one of the holy grails of gaming that you hear about, being able to whip out your phone anywhere and do a little gaming while you're waiting in line at the DMV. There are a few caveats here. It's a beta, and you have to have a super good connection for this to work, but overall, it's a great step in the right direction for gamers, and maybe a good way to spend this upcoming weekend. And in case you were wondering how much it sucks to live in a country that isn't all that free, 10 college students were arrested yesterday in the Indian state of Gujarat for playing PUBG. The game has been banned in the state because it's considered, quote, too violent and addictive for college kids. Okay, look, I get nervous when my 12-year-old son plays Fortnite. Sure, it's a very violent game, and I don't know for a fact that it won't have any influence over him in the long run. But when he's in college, he'll be able to make his own choice about that. This is state-sponsored censorship, basically. So the next time you want to complain about your country's laws, just keep in mind, it could be a lot worse. Of course, maybe you'll be able to find a way around it like many teenagers throughout the United States have. Specifically, teenagers that have taken to Google Docs to chat with each other while in school. And it's a really smart way to do things, even if it sucks for teachers. Google Docs is ubiquitous in schools these days, allowing students to work in the cloud and collaborate when needed. But Google Docs also has chat features, and students can use comments to carry on conversations under the guise of taking notes. And we're living in the future, folks. And finally, Samsung's quest for a full-screen smartphone might still take some time. It looks like it'll take at least 1 to 2 years before Samsung will figure out how to embed cameras and sensors under the screen. Emphasis on at least 1 to 2 years. In the meantime, a delightful culture of phone background makers have emerged that make really great use of the Infinity O Display's punch-hole cameras. Seriously, you have to see what these geniuses have come up with. It's lovely. But for now, that is going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter at digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe and leave a review in your favorite podcast player. Once again, I'm Adam Dowd, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again on Monday.